Picture this. It's the end of 2025. You've crushed your exams, nailed that research project, and walked into the holidays with unshakable confidence. Sounds amazing, right? Now imagine looking back at today as the moment it all started, where you chose to rebrand yourself into the unstoppable academic weapon you knew you could be. That could be you, in this moment, right now. So now, let's make that future a reality. Hello friends, I'm Nelly, and in this video I'll be breaking down some things that you can do to rebrand yourself into an academic weapon this 2025. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I graduated valedictorian both in elementary and high school, and I graduated magna cum laude in college. Then, a couple of years later, I flew across the world from the Philippines to the US to continue my graduate studies, and now I am in my third year as a PhD candidate in physics. I was a straight A student in college. I mean, almost. Because there was one sneak. I'm not usually the type to brag, but it seems like all these YouTubers are saying that I need to brag a little for you to continue watching this video. So whether you're in high school, college, grad school, or even beyond, this video is for anyone who's ready to step into their full potential. Let's get started. First thing that you should do is to reflect on what worked and what didn't in 2024. Maybe you spent so much time doom scrolling in TikTok or in any other platforms. Maybe you committed too much to studying to the point of burnout. Or maybe you got too caught up with extracurricular activities or organizational responsibilities. You can write down your ins and outs for your academic comeback in 2025 so you'd have an idea of the habits or routines that might be holding you back. When I was in high school, I remember attending in so many club activities and going to inter-school contests here and there. Maybe because I was an attention seeker who thinks that the more achievement I have, the more I'll be appreciated. I was really busy, and the time that I had left to study for my classes has become minimal. So the moment I entered college, I swore to myself that I will fully focus on my studies and minimize extracurriculars. While it's great to be engaged, it's also important to know how much you're committing, especially if it's already taking up too much of your time. Now that you have that, let's talk about the 3 tiers that you should keep in mind if you want to be on the higher echelon of the academic ladder. First tier is to build your system so you can build your success. Every academic weapon knows that success doesn't come from winging it. It's all about setting up a structure that works for you. From organizing your notes to streamlining your study workflow, this tier is all about creating the foundation for consistent wins. Now, first is to organize your physical and digital space. Be it your physical space, your notes, or even the inside of your bag, organization plays an important role in becoming an academic ace. Always remember that an organized environment helps reduce distractions and promote a sense of calm, allowing you to focus entirely on your academic task. For your physical space, you can try the 2-minute tidy up routine. Spend 2 minutes tidying up your desk every day before you study. Remove clutter, wipe off dust, and arrange the materials you'll need for your study session. Next up is to develop a sustainable note-taking system. Organizing your notes is a way to organize your thoughts, so it is very important that you develop a system to keep them in order. I typically don't have a set layout for my notes, but for physics, math, or chemistry, I like to separate my notes into 3 sections. One is for formulas, second are for my notes, and third are for practice problems. For formulas, I just make sure to write a heading and then a short note when I can use that formula. For my notes, I just write the heading for the topic, some subheadings as needed, and just underline some important things that were discussed. I also make use of a lot of bullet points and boxes. For my practice problems, I just write a heading on what topic those problems belong to, and then I itemize the problems, write the references on where I got the problem from, like the book, the page, the number, and then write my solutions and then my realizations at the very end of the solution. There are plenty of ways that you can write your notes, but in the end, it's really up to you on what works for you and if you're able to use that system consistently. Next up is time management and scheduling. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if we dedicate several continuous hours to a task, we'll be able to power through it and get everything done. However, this approach can often backfire. Sometimes doing more is less, and doing less can be more effective. For instance, suppose you have 3 long homework assignments due this week. Instead of diving into one for hours on end, break each assignment into smaller, more manageable tasks. Start by prioritizing based on difficulty or urgency. Ask yourself, which homework can I complete more easily or with the least effort? It's often a good strategy to tackle the easier tasks first to build momentum and feel a sense of accomplishment. And so we're done with the first year. Next is to master the habits of excellence. This tier is all about what you do before, during, and after class, the trifecta of success. First is before class. Go through the material before it is taught. Familiarize yourself with the concepts. Skim the book or watch a quick video on the topic. Trust me, walking into class with a basic understanding sets you miles ahead. With this, you'd relate with the topic much easier, which would boost your confidence in learning it. You can follow the syllabus to know which topic will be covered in a certain week, or if not, just ask your teacher on what will be discussed in the next class. Like recently, I read about a topic on face transitions before I came to our class, and when our professor discussed it, I was able to follow through it. Seeing those familiar terms made me excited, and when he asked the class, "Have you heard about this before?" I was able to nod confidently because I, in fact, have heard it before. Now, you've read about the topic. You walked into your class confidently. Your teacher started discussing, and then what? Well, don't just sit there passively. You have to ask questions. With this, you can clarify some doubts that you had while you were reviewing your material. I used to be so afraid of asking questions with the thought that they might be too trivial or stupid, and sometimes I still feel this way. But you know what? Ask it anyway, because we study and learn to answer the stupid questions in our head. It's the essence of why we are in school in the first place. Now, after class, what you can do is to do practice problems. I cannot stress this enough. You want to be an ace? Then all you have to do is practice, practice, practice. You know what they say, strike the iron while it's hot. While all that you've learned is still fresh and new, make sure to utilize this feeling to master your skills and understanding. When I was in college, I used to answer a lot of practice problems every after we finish our class. As I said in a previous tier, I had a dedicated section in my notes for practice problems alone. You can discuss with your classmates, read through other resources, or do your homework right away. If you have extra time, feel free to help out your classmates by teaching them what you know. When I was in college, I used to be a learning assistant volunteer, and I tutored chemistry, calculus, and physics to students who were taking up the same courses as me at the same time. Not only did it help them, but it also helped me retain the information I have learned, and it made me more confident about the said subject. Alrighty, now that you've built your system and mastered the habits of excellence, it's time to elevate yourself to the next level. Welcome to the third tier. Step up and stand out. This is where you take all your hard work and show the world what you're capable of. First is to build academic presence online and offline. Start by building your academic presence. Online, this could mean sharing your insights on platforms like LinkedIn, ResearchGate, or even creating content about your field on YouTube or TikTok. Offline, maybe you can get involved in research opportunities, present at conferences, or join academic clubs. Next is to engage with the academic community. Engaging with your academic community is a game changer. Build connections with your professors, classmates, and even professionals in your field. Networking isn't just about opportunities. It's about learning from others and contributing to meaningful conversations. As an introvert, networking has been exceptionally challenging for me. Like, what do I do? Do I just come up with people randomly and say hi, and then what? But it's something that I'm actively working on. Next is to invest in personal growth. One of the best ways to stand out is by investing in you. Take time to develop skills that go beyond the classroom. Learn how to code, improve your communication skills, or even pick up a hobby that challenges you. You can learn how to dance, to cook, or just like me, learn to be a content creator. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try to become versatile because you'll never really know when a skill would come in handy. Or if you're bored, maybe you can go into grad school. Lastly, is to maintain a life outside school. Remember that life is more than just academics. Make sure to maintain a balance. Spend time with friends and family, explore your interests, and take care of your mental health. A well-rounded person isn't just smart, they're happy and fulfilled. This tier is about more than academics. It's about shaping your identity, building your legacy, and leaving your mark. You're not just a student, you're a force to be reckoned with. So step up, stand out, and let the world see the best version of you. So, to recap, build your system, cultivate strong study habits, and step up to stand out. These are the core pillars to rebranding yourself as an academic weapon this year. It may feel overwhelming at first, but taking that first step is already a victory in itself. Stay consistent and trust that the effort you invest today will pay off in the future. You reap what you sow, and the rewards will be worth it. That's it for this video. If you find this video helpful, then make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching and see you on my next one. Bye bye!